Good afternoon. I am so excited to see this many people at the last meal of ESX. I don't think I've ever seen this many people at the last one, so yay, thanks for staying and being here. In 1996, ESA began providing scholarships to help support the futures of the children of first responders. Today, ESA and participating local associations from 14 states are involved in the scholarship program. And the first place winner of each state's program is automatically considered for the National ESA Youth Scholarship Program Award. High school seniors who have a commitment to excellence, and this is a real commitment to excellence, and are inspired by the work that their first responder parents do in our communities are invited to apply. As of now, the Youth Scholarship Program has contributed more than $850,000 to deserving students throughout the nation. I'd like to thank our main sponsors, COPS Monitoring. David and Joe, if y'all would join me on the stage, please. And to each of you who have made contributions to the program. This QR code will lead you right to the ESA page for donating to the Youth Scholarship Program. No donation is too small, and all of the donations made go directly to fund the scholarships for these extremely well-deserving students. So, if you would like to show your appreciation, I encourage you to take a quick picture of that QR code now and make a donation. I have been really fortunate to chair this program for 11 years. It, like I said, is my favorite thing as a part of volunteering and giving back. And I want to take this time to thank the rest of the folks on the committee with me. I would like to thank Karen Smith, Jason Etter, Ralph Menento, John Nemirovsky, and Lillian Chaumont for volunteering their time to this. It does take several hours to bring it all together, and I think we all do it lovingly. And I also want to give a big thanks to Jillian Bateman, who coordinates all of the efforts. I cannot imagine the amount of time that she has to put into making this all come together. So every year I am blown away by the caliber of the applicants that we see and just everything that they have accomplished. They are typically in the top 5%, often the top 1% of their graduating high school classes. They take college courses all along the way. They play sports, they participate in clubs, they spend a large amount of time volunteering in their communities. And with everything that they're doing, they still make giving back a priority. And I think a lot of that comes from what they're seeing in their family life. Their parents are giving back in their communities, and I think they are setting amazing examples. So this year's recipient is really a perfect example of this. She has an unweighted 4.0 GPA and has completed over 56 concurrent college credits. So think about that. I mean, she's like halfway done with college before she's even walked in the door. She participates in track and field, CrossFit, National Honor Society, concert choir, vocal jazz choir, accordion group, National Society of High School Scholars, Oankari Basque dancers, did I say that right? Volleyball, softball, and she spends significant time, like I said, volunteering in many ways. She has worked in food booths to help with fundraising. She's done baking to do the same, cleaned up yards by raking and doing work for folks that can't manage it all themselves. She dances and plays the accordion at events and festivals. She works with her youth group. She helps shop for families in need at Christmas time. She serves at food shelters and works also with the Fill the Boot campaign that I think many of us are familiar with. She's going to be attending Carroll College in the fall to study nursing. But I'd like to share some really important things about her, as if those aren't already. She grew up at the fire station and took her first steps as a toddler there. She learned that the only bed that she could jump on, was allowed to jump on, was her dad's bed in his room at the fire station. Other firefighters became like uncles to her and would babysit her at their homes and really treated her as one of their own kids. Her dad would drive by her school and see her on the playground and honk the air horn on the engine. Now that she's older, she's been able to spend time at her dad's fire stations with other engine company crews, experiencing the camaraderie and lifestyle her dad lives away from home. These times have certainly opened her eyes as to why her dad loves his fire family. Will you please help me in congratulating this year's National Scholarship recipient from Nampa, Idaho, Amaya Fischer, and her dad, Michael Fischer, a firefighter with the Middleton Star Fire District 51. Please join me on this stage.
I was 5 years old when my dad got a call on his pager one late night. I remember hearing the static voice calling him to respond to a chemical fire, and I instantly became frightened. I stood at the top of the stairs, using all my force to try to block my dad from the front door. I begged him not to go, and he attempted to comfort me. He told me that he would be okay and gently asked me to move aside. Knowing I had no choice, I hesitantly let him by and watched him walk out the front door. I heard his diesel truck start and distantly fade away with time. This was one of the first moments I recognized that my dad instantly stops what he is doing to rush to help strangers when assistance is needed. This memory has been ingrained in me and has led me to acknowledge that his career has influenced who I am today. My dad has been a firefighter for longer than I have been alive, so I was practically raised at the fire station. There, I was constantly surrounded by men and women who exercise integrity daily. I've seen many people of all socioeconomic groups walk through the fire station door and be treated with the same level of respect, regardless of their background. This exposure has opened my eyes to the fact that there is a lot of diversity in the world. I've learned that everyone is different and that this is normal. The diverse environments I've been immersed in and the various interactions I've had have helped me grow and embrace the uniqueness of this world. I've learned that every situation isn't always ideal. Sometimes my dad needs to work longer shifts or holidays. There are also times when he can't get work off for vacations or personal events. However, I know he is involved in securing our community, which is more important. This has taught me to adapt to various circumstances. From a young age, I've often helped my mom take care of my younger brothers. This required me to learn how to cook and comfort them, and I now use these skills every day. More recently, my dad had to work during an important speech that I gave for the school. This was a significant moment for me because I wanted my parents to see what I had accomplished. From this, I learned that people don't need to be present to support me. I can be all alone in a room with no one I know and still have the support from my family. This enables me to have confidence in situations that I'm thrown into. My dad's frequent departures have instilled independence in me, taught me how to care for others, and have given me the confidence to adjust to different circumstances. Apart from adapting to various situations, my dad's influence has also helped me learn to empathize with people of all backgrounds. I've heard many stories from him and how diverse people live. This has helped me acknowledge that everyone lives very different lives. I've learned not to assume things about people and to treat everyone with the same respect. This allows me to care for every individual I interact with. The influence my dad has on me is central to my identity. Witnessing him take care of his community and work evoked a passion in me to help any and all people to the best of my ability, regardless of their background, ethnicity, race, gender, age, or sexual preference. I'm pursuing my passion through nursing because I want to help people at all stages of their health, from when they're the most vulnerable to when they're strongest. I want to be able to connect with them and make a lasting positive impact in their lives. Furthermore, I want to specialize in mental health, as it would allow me to better understand those around me because everyone struggles with mental health in some way, shape, or form. All the lessons I've learned from my dad being a first responder have helped me develop an open mindset. I will use this in the future to adapt to spontaneous situations, as well as to establish lasting connections with people. My dad continues to influence me, and I strive to take advantage of every opportunity to enhance my growth and follow in his footsteps of serving and protecting the community. Thank you to all the ESA members for supporting me. This opportunity would not be given to me without you guys, so thank you.